Boom! Salutations. Hope this finds you all well. Welcome to another Fast Blast. This one, I've mentioned before that, that I get information, and it's especially information from quote-unquote the star beings, this alliance that I deal with. And it's not that I see these ships anymore, or get on these ships anymore like it was when I was younger, but now it's more of a telepathic, telethought process. I don't want to call it channeling, I don't want to call it downloads. It's more of a transfer communication. I'm more comfortable with that term. Definitely not channeling, but it is telepathic and it's telethought transfer. But point being that sometimes I'll, awake with these things I know, and then they've given to me, or I start getting it, these transfers early in the morning. And I got one several times that this stuff, it's far out, but I know it's definitely got to be legit because the stuff that they're giving to me. But it's a type of contact that, a lot of the stuff I presented to you on this channel even is not, they're my personal experiences, are not stuff that you hear mainstream. And it's stuff that a lot of contactees like me are getting that is not mainstream, but it means something, all right? This one involves pine cones, all right? And it started with them really pushing upon me to observe how pine cones open and close still after being separated from the tree for like a year or 2 years after that, after they're actually separated. And then how they actually open and close during that time. So that's how this began, all right? And it kept building, and then it began I'm seeing these organic type of living life forms that are coming from some of these planets that are ejecting material similar to Eclades and Io do. I know Eclades ejects like those geysers of stuff that they even suspected that may help contribute to the rings of Saturn. The Eclades, those eruptions. But you've got other things like Io that actually does that, and Io has volcanic eruptions that are pushing things into space as well. And what you have is these very large, like we could call them exoplanets. And what I picked up was this super galaxy, okay, that is 1C1101. There's like 1 trillion stars there. I put a picture of that up in the fourth thing. And what this is some type of a life form we have that is being ejected from, and I think some of them are large, ejected from these planets And then they go, and what they're doing is collecting solar radiation and space radiation. But when they get close to like suns, they start opening up like a pine cone does. And in this way, they're collecting particles and energy like the same way that the thing I kept getting was the solar sails from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. There's an episode where Jake and Cisco are doing this in a Bajoran solar sail boat. But the way the method this plane was moving is similar to what they're using, but they're using solar radiation and solar type of particles to actually do it. When they open and they're collecting, and then when they close, when they get away from the star, then they go further into space. So this is something else going on till they land, and whatever it is they do, reproduce. How the replication process, I don't fully understand. But I think that some of these space pine cones organisms have also been converted by this alliance to be ships. That's where I'm coming from with this, all right? That's what they have put in my mind. So, you know, the communication I've done with them, this is what it is. And it's cool because it's a different of a type of an organism. So when thinking of that, the word that we would use is gymnosperms. All right, these are gymnosperms that are ejected from this planet and go into solar, but they're more like pine cones in the way that they work. So it's like they're like crinoids from another biosphere. Crinoids are being ejected, and they're capable of interstellar travel. That's where it's at, I think. So anyway, you could call those solar sails. Solar sails is what they could be called, actually, from DS9. That episode was about solar sails. So anyway, that's just what I want to say. So this also takes us in the pineal and pinecone connection too, I believe. So just something to think about, right? It's a different type of contact, different type of ships, different type of organisms, different type of space thing from somewhere far away. It's another galaxy thing going on. So I can't say these beings exist in the Milky Way. This is galaxy 1C1101, the super galaxy. I'll put a picture of that up. So anyway, please subscribe. Much love. I appreciate all the people on Patreon that actually made this possible. Appreciate the people on YouTube that are supporting, trying to help me break the shadow ban. Please hit the bell, subscribe, please share the video. Peace.